Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss about one stock from this sector, textile and apparel sector. We'll discuss about the sector, about the company, the fundamentals, the technicals, and end of the video I'll give you a solid reason why this stock would rally. So stay with me till the end of the video to get all the details, and then you can make a solid decision whether you should invest in the stock or not. So textile is a sector constituted of both yarn, cotton, and ready-made garments. India as a country is sixth largest exporter of textiles. From textile, India's GDP contribution is around 5% and 12% of India's export is textile. And India as a country is the second largest unorganized employment from textile sector. So this is a brief of the sector. Now let's jump into this particular stock. So the company what we are going to talk about today deal with all kind of yarns. You say acrylic yarn, polyester yarn, cotton poly yarn, all different kinds of yarns, and they deal with both yarns and ready-made garments. Now they have segment both men, women, boys, girls, all the different categories. Their products from tops, tunics, t-shirt, jeans, and everything they do. In terms of their revenue share, they have a 53% revenue from domestic and 47% revenue from export. So they have more than 100 plus retail stores, and they are present in northern India, specifically from retail stores point of view. And they have industries in both Punjab and Himachal, and they have more than 7 factories over there. 95% is the utilization rate, and they are trying to expand their particular industries in the Punjab region. So as I told you, their capacity utilization is 95% and they are planned very well. So with this, they have tied up with major brands like Zara, H&M, and they have IKEA, Jockey, Marks and Spencer, and other lot of other brands have tied up with. So they're a prime vendor for this kind of brands. From growth perspective, they are focusing on increasing the capacity of few of their industries in the Punjab region. And second, they are trying to go for renewable energy for their internal use. So they are kind of setting up 20 megawatt of solar panels on top of their factories so that the internal usage can be done with renewable energy sources. So now this will help them reduce their electricity cost, which will impact their margins also, and which will save a lot of money for them. So now let's do a technical analysis and fundamental analysis for this company. Before doing that, if you think this video is helpful, if you are getting a lot of value for your stock investment, do like the video. This help us to reach out to more and more people. And in the fundamental analysis, we'll see all the different numbers, and in the chart, we'll see all the different points which says as the target as well as the kind of resistance this stock might have. So in terms of fundamental, if you see stock P is very low, 4.19, and in terms of ROC and ROE is 23.0 and 42.1, which is relatively very good in terms of stock sector also. The most interesting part is the promoter holding, which is 74.2, okay, which is highest probably in the sector, and then highest ever for this stock also in terms of promoter holding. They have been increasing the promoter holding for last few quarters, which is really interesting. In terms of debt, you can see the debt shown here is 413 crores, but this is not updated. The December quarter they paid around 200 crores of debt, so now the debt has reduced to half of previous number, so it is almost equivalent to 200 crores of debt in the company. So these are the quite strong numbers. If you see, P is attractive, ROC ROE is good, promoter holding is very strong, and they have reduced the debt also by 50% margins. The debt has reduced to half. These are very good numbers. If you see sales side, you can always see 2010 sales with 308 crores, 410, 762. So they were increasing quite a bit, and then from 2017 onwards, so this is 2017, was 1010, then 1053, and 1974, very high amount of sales in trailing 12 months. And the profit, if you see it, 350 is much more than combined of last 10 years of profit. So this is huge. After 471, they became profit before tax, and profit after tax became around 350 crores. So 471 crore, if you see profit before tax, this is much more than combined of all last 10 years or 11 years of profit before taxes. This is something which we need to look into. One of the major reason what can happen is because of this. So operating profit margin almost become 28%. This is close to double of previous year. So this has added a lot of value to the profit before tax and eventually net profit also for this company. So these are very strong numbers. So these are the fundamental points which says a lot of bullishness about this particular stock. Going further, if you see on technical chart, so fundamentally I've told you the points and all. From technical, this stock has been in this particular range. So you can see this particular bottom range here, and this range what stock is trying to play around, right? So bottom, this has been this particular range, and here it's hit first, and here it hit once again, here it hit once again, and came back to bottom. Now this has hit already two upper circuits, and it's trying to play in the range. The first thing is that once it crossed this range, the target for this stock becomes this particular point, okay, which is from current point is 35.6%, 65%. So now you can invest in this point also, or you can wait for it to cross the range. So what might happen, it can go up to the range, then again come back down, again go up the range. But once it crosses the range, first target becomes this. The downside for the stock is very less, only this much is the downside. But high potential, if you see, first potential is this, and second potential, if this cross this particular first target, which is again a resistance, this is a resistance, this is a resistance, if it crosses this can touch up to this point also. So overall, if you see, the target can reach up to 77% and 2039. This is from a technical perspective. Now we'll see one very strong reason why this target can be reached. One is chart, but chart doesn't say something. This is a range bound movement. Once crosses the range, then we have high resistance. So this is one reason from technical side. From fundamental, see the fundamental strong points. Now we'll see from the macroeconomic side why the macroeconomics supporting this particular stock to reach this particular technical targets. So the macroeconomics reason what we are going to talk about is Sri Lankan crisis. So Sri Lanka was one of the major exporter for textile and apparels along with the other Asian countries like India, Bangladesh, Vietnam and Cambodia. Now Sri Lanka cannot fulfill the order because of the crisis over there. The power outage, the industrial inefficiency and everything are giving rise to shift of orders from Sri Lanka to the other part of Asia. In terms of Bangladesh, Cambodia, Vietnam, they're already running full. The only country which can fulfill the order from the West is India right now. So the factories from Tirupur and other brands like Sportking and other manufacturers which are into yarn and textile are getting demand from US to fulfill the particular need. And this will give the sales boost and revenue boost for these companies. And as I told you, for particular Sportking, the fundamental, technical, everything of the company is very attractive, and this support from macroeconomics will push the stock a bit faster to reach the target what we discussed in the technical analysis. So this was the video. If you found it helpful, do like the video, do subscribe the channel if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Stay happy, stay safe. See you later.